Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to episode 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, before anything, you may notice different location and all, different room. This is my new bedroom. My brother moved out, and so I stole his bedroom because it's bigger than my old one. Now, I had to move everything in, I had to set everything up, and so this is kind of what I came up with for a setup. Sitting against the wall here on this, trying to show it off, this chair that my brother left behind because he got a new one. We have the shelf here with the different Funko Pops and figures and other One Piece stuff over here. Games. We have the wanted posters behind me. We have other stuff to the side. Yeah. And I could just show you quickly. You'd see there's other stuff on this shelf over here. And then you go all the way around. You see more of the plushie pile there. But yeah, I have to turn it back this way because my cord is getting wrapped up. Jeez. Right about there. Okay. So, with that all being announced, this is a temporary thing for now. We're going to see how it works. You might hear the fan going in the background. That's going to definitely be, excuse me, testing things out too, because this room can trap in heat. So I need the fan going just in case, especially since they're in the middle of, well, not really middle of summer, but during the summer. So I just want to be cautious. But we'll workshop it out. This is my first try recording in here, so we'll see how it goes. That all being said, let's actually talk about where we left off. First episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Basically reintroducing us to things, getting us back into this world, showing us the characters and the events that occurred leading up to now. All of the stuff from the excuse me, the prequel trilogy that went into detail on how Obi-Wan sort of started to become this hermit watching Luke from afar. But now he's been called into action once again by Bail Organa and his wife. I cannot remember his wife's name, unfortunately. But they've called Obi-Wan back into action because he has, because Leia, Princess Leia, who is very young at this point, has been kidnapped by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And because of this, they need Obi-Wan to get her back. Pretty simple stuff. It really just wanted to introduce us to things. Flea is working for one of the Inquisitors who's a little too gung-ho about her job. We got to see the Grand Inquisitor. We got to see another Jedi. It feels like Star Wars. It's a really good start to the series. And with only 6 episodes, I believe, they are really going to start moving fast, I feel. They're not going to hold anything back. So we're going to see how this goes, hope for the best, and kind of take it from there. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, yeah, the length, I guess, just took me by surprise, but this was another good episode. It was really fast-paced, really, I would say intense all the way through. And we had some great moments getting to see Obi-Wan and Leia interact. And we see that Leia knows both of Obi-Wan's names through this interaction and everything, which actually explains something from the original trilogy. I believe, and I'm not 100% on this, you can correct me if I'm wrong. In the original trilogy, obviously we have the "help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope" thing. But I believe when Luke first tells her that, like, Obi-Wan is there with them, I believe he calls him Ben, because that's what he knows him as. So, and she reacts like she knows who that is, even though she called him earlier in the film by Obi-Wan. But this kind of explains that. She knew him through both names because of the events we see here. So, we have explanation. And I like that. If I'm correct about this. I might be wrong. I might be remembering things wrong. But I believe that's how it went. It's been a little bit since I've seen the original trilogy. Like, I've rewatched the movies with, like, reactions and stuff more recently, like, within the past couple years and stuff, but still, it's not always something I remember too easily with every little scene. It's like, I remember a lot, but not everything. Anywho. Yeah, we got a lot of great interactions between Leia and Obi-Wan here. We had a little cameo from Ewan McGregor's daughter as a spice seller. And Kumail... I want to make sure I'm getting his name right. Let me check here. I believe it's Kumail Nanjiani, but I might be wrong. He was in Eternals, and that's really what I know him from. He's probably been in other stuff, even probably other stuff I've seen. I just don't know off the top of my head. Kumail Nanjiani. Okay. Nanjiani. There is an extra I there that I wasn't accounting for. Okay. Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah, he was great in Eternals. I thought he did a fantastic job, and I think he did a great job here. He's not... He played this criminal, yes. He played a scam artist, but he was never a bad guy. He was helping people out, just, you know, getting a little something for it. He was genuinely trying to help people, and in the end, he genuinely helps Obi-Wan. So, I like that. But we see also in this episode just the lengths that Reva is willing to go to in order to achieve her goals. So we see in this episode she's talking about, like, it's made clear through the other Inquisitors and stuff, like, she's using this, trying to get to Obi-Wan to gain favor. And so we're thinking it's with the Grand Inquisitor, but we later find out, no, it's with Vader specifically. She's trying to garner favor with Vader. And we even see at the end, like, she's trying to take Obi-Wan alive at the moment. She actually doesn't want to kill him just straight up. So she's been planning something else with this. And that's interesting, especially if she is that the kid from the Order 66 scene. But yeah, we have Obi-Wan learning that Anakin is alive. which is shaking him to his core, because for all of these years, this decade, he thought he was dead. And he kind of blamed himself for that. And not even kind of, he did blame himself for that. So this is shaking him to his core. It changes his entire outlook on things. Now that he knows that Anakin is alive and is, still Darth Vader, that just leads into their eventual confrontation that's going to happen. And we know where this all leads, of course. How in the original trilogy, Obi-Wan lets Vader strike him down and he becomes one with the Force. We know the outcome of all of this. That is one of the things about making a series that is technically a prequel to the original media. It's like, no matter what, you know where it all ends up. And luckily, that means you also know that even despite everything, despite all of the stuff that happened and it's going to happen, you also know that there is a good ending. For Obi-Wan and Anakin's story. Although Obi-Wan does end up, dying, we also see that Anakin, before his death, becomes Anakin again. He's able to redeem himself. He's able to turn away from the dark side. And that's saying something. That's a big deal. And you know how much that would mean to Obi-Wan watching. So now we just have to kind of see what led to that. We're going to see Obi-Wan's first confrontation with Vader post prequel trilogy. His first confrontation with the Vader we know. And we have Hayden Christensen back in this series, so that's going to be fun. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting going forward. But Leia is saved, so we're going to deliver her back to her home, and everything should be good at this point. Obviously, we'll still have to deal with more of Reva, but we'll obviously worry about that when we get to that, because that's going to be presented in a different way now. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting next 4 episodes. Episode 3 is already out as of the time I'm recording this. I don't know anything about what happens in it, but we'll get to that as we get to that. In the meantime, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of episode 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See you all next time.